lesson. This lesson we want to look at decimal places. Decimal places. A decimal place is they are the figures that comes after the decimal point. When you have a decimal number and the figures that come after the decimal point, those figures can be categorized or can be identified in various decimal places. So let's look at this number. I have 6, 3, 5, 7, 6, 8, 9. You start counting after the decimal point. From the decimal point, all the numbers, the numbers that follows are decimal numbers. So are decimal numbers and are in their decimal places. So I have the first decimal place is 3. Second decimal place is what? 2. Is 5. Second decimal place is 5. Third decimal place is 7. The fourth is 6. The fifth is 8. The sixth is 9. In that order. So if you are asked to run a particular number to a given decimal place, what you need to take notice, you have to take notice of these two steps. These two steps, first of all, try to find the given decimal place you want. If it is 2 decimal places, you count 1, 2. Like here, if we have 2 decimal places, 2 decimal place. A decimal place can be summarized as D dot P. So in some books you see D dot P means that is the simple form of a short form of what? Decimal place. So if I ask you to write this one in 2 decimal places, you have 6 point, you count 1, 2. So that will give me 3, 5. Let's move to the second step. The second step says that after you are done with the first step, the second step says that then look at the figure on the next decimal place. What is the figure on the next decimal place? We have 1, 2. That will be ended at 5. What is the next figure? It's 7. If the figure is less than 5, run it to 0 and add to the decimal place you want. So we look at it. Is it less than 5? We run it to 0. But this one is more than 5. Let's see what we will do. If the figure is up to 5 and above, run it to 1 and add it to the decimal place you want. So we want 2 decimal places and the figure is up to 5 and above is 7. So we run the 7 to 1. So 7, we now have plus 1. We have, and this one will give us, no. So we have this one plus 1. Because we ran it to 1, so we are supposed to have 6. And this now gives us 2 decimal places. So let's look at in terms of 3 decimal places. 3 decimal places will give us 6.3, 5, and next one is 7. So 7, the next number is 6, which is more than 5. We run 6 to 1, add it to 7, will give us what? 8. So we have 3 decimal places. Let's look at, if we want to make it 5 decimal places. 6 point, we count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So that is 3, 5, 7, 6, 8. But the next number is 9. Run it to 1 and add it to the 9 to the 8, giving us 9. So we have 9. 5 decimal places. We correct 0.999872. First of all, we look at it. We want to correct it to 2 decimal places. Let's do it here. Want to correct 0.99987 to 2 decimal places. 2 decimal places. With 2 decimal places, this is the decimal point. We start to count 1, 2. So we pause there and we look at the number next is what? 9. Round the 9 to 1. Add it to the 9, it gives us what? 10. So we are getting, it gives us 10. So put 0, remainder 1. You add the 1 to this 2. Will give us what? 10. Put 0, remainder 1. So you add the 1 to this 0, give us 1 point. So this is 2 decimal places. Let's look at II. To 3 decimal places. We count the first 3. 1, 2, 3. So the next number is 9. We run to 1. 0. This will give us 1.0003 decimal place. Good. We have III. The last one is 5 decimal place. 5 decimal place. With the 5 decimal place, we count 0. After the decimal point, we start counting. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We stop at the 8. But the next number to our right is 7. We round it to 1, add it to the 8, making it 9. So that will give us 0.99999. And this is 5 decimal place. Viewers, try your best not to confuse yourself with significant figures. This lesson is on only decimal place. But after this lesson, I'll be talking about significant figures on my next lesson. So try to watch that video too. But before you go, try this one. Correct to 3 decimal places. Correct this one to 3 decimal places. I have 0.00359753. Round this one to 3 decimal places. Thank you very much for watching. Try your best and subscribe if you are new. I'm very grateful.